working for you. CBS 6 News at 6 starts now.
Today marks 1 week for students at Fox Elementary School in Richmond who have been learning virtually after their school was destroyed in a fire. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Candace Burns.
And I'm Bill Fitzgerald, live outside Fox, anchoring our in-depth coverage tonight. We've got everything from how a community of problem solvers is now supporting the students and the staff here, to efforts to prevent a similar disaster at any other Richmond schools. First tonight, I spoke with a Fox teacher who's been dedicated to the school for more than 2 decades. She said coming back to the site today is still a shock.
You'd hear children playing and running. You might hear the basketball bouncing sometimes, screaming, just happiness, just joy, the sounds of joy.
Tracy Candy has collected a lot of memories over her 24 years at Richmond's Fox Elementary School.
Generations of life have come through this building. Like my own children have gone to this school. I actually taught my kids, all 3 of them. So for me, the memories that I have in this building of the different grades that I taught over the years, different people, like that's what's carrying me. That's my strength.
The devastating fire back on February 11th may have left just a shell of the building, but the 5th grade teacher says the school has always been more than just bricks and mortar.
Lots of years of love and hard work and watching children. Okay, this is like, okay. All I can think about taking from that is the memories, the laughters, the jokes, the aha moments, the children that came to me for security or for help or confided in me.
Candia says she didn't find out about the fire until she awoke that Saturday morning to a stream of horrifying texts. Her heart pounding. She says her mind went immediately back to the fire drill they had run that very day.
But all I could think about was if the fire had happened when we were taking those kids out during the fire drill and things didn't go the way that they did with us not being there, or if we lost a life or something like that.
Despite the heartbreak and ongoing sense of dislocation, Candia says watching the community pick up and carry the Fox school family goes a long way towards healing.
These kinds of things make you know you're not by yourself. You're not alone. The support that you have and the love. Like I can feel the love from standing here looking at all these hearts.
Candia says she wants the children at Fox Elementary to know that however long it takes to rebuild this building, that wherever they end up going to school in the interim, that is where the Fox community will remain. Since the fire, the problem solvers have uncovered an alarm panel at Fox that was not working properly. Now there are concerns about panels at other schools in the district. Our Melissa HIPOLIT spoke to a concerned mother tonight. And Melissa, what did she tell you?
Well, Bill, Richmond Public Schools told us last week they're auditing the alarm systems, but we still have yet to hear if the alarm panels in every single school in RPS are working properly. When Jeannie Boker leaves her 3 kids at Linwood Holton Elementary School on the north side, she trusts that Richmond Public Schools will do everything in their power to keep her kids safe. But the catastrophic fire at Fox on February 11th has her slightly on edge.
It is kind of hard to leave your hearts in these schools and just kind of hope that the systems have been checked and that it's all okay.
Since the fire, CBS 6 learned the alarm panel at Fox was never reprogrammed with the 804 area code. So when a smoke detector went off in the school, the alarm monitoring company, Johnson Controls, never got the message. When firefighters responded based on a call from a passerby, they had trouble understanding what the panel was telling them. Now Boker wonders if the alarm panel at Holton and all the other schools in RPS work properly.
Do you think at this point, this should have been checked and these should have been updated?
Yes, your article was Friday, right? Yeah. And As far as I'm aware, there hasn't been an update.
In our story last Friday, Superintendent Jason Camrus told us he believed the panels had been updated, but he would verify. We still have not received that verification. Last night, School Board Chair Dr. Shonda Harris Muhammad told Camrus she wants to know too.
Update on where we are with ensuring that every school security system / alarm system / emergency system has been updated with the proper channel to connect to the Richmond Alarm and the 911 emergency system. Thank you so very much on that. Thank you.
RPS still has not confirmed whose responsibility it is to update the alarm panels. A spokesperson said the responsibility varies from school to school. Johnson Controls told me they are not an authorized service provider for that particular panel at Fox.
I have some of the same questions that you all have.
MARIAH White, who represents the Fox district on the school board, said there needs to be accountability.
I'm hoping tonight that all of it has been done, that we have updated the 804, because this is not the only school that this can happen to. I don't want that someone get fired for it, but if that's what it takes, repercussion. This could have turned a different way.
Now, at the school board meeting last night, school board member Liz Dorr asked the superintendent if he had any plans to install lock boxes with keys for firefighters at every single school in the district. He told her he did not have that answer at his fingertips and he would look into it. Bill?
All right, thank you, Melissa, for that report. Virtual learning took a toll on school communities when the pandemic hit and sent students home. But now, Fox students and teachers, they've got no choice but to go back online, at least for the time being. But parents, children, and their teachers are hopeful for the future, thanks to the community of problem solvers who have donated their time and money to help out. Our Tyler Lane has an update on donations that are pouring in for Fox and spoke with a Fox mother whose children are learning online. Tyler?
That's right, I did. And right now she says her family is just trying their best to make it all work. While she would like some clarity soon about what comes next, she says that messages just like this here behind me are making it a lot easier to cope through this.
You could call Luke and Grant experts at logging into class from the dinner table.
They were all virtual last year, so I find they have just kind of rollen right back into their routine.
Wednesday marks 1 week of virtual learning for Katie Ricard's two boys after their school, Fox Elementary, was destroyed in a fire. And so far, so good. Their teachers are doing an amazing job of keeping them learning the whole 4 hours. But Ricard hopes it doesn't last much longer.
So I think my hope is that they just get in person soon.
Because for her, a huge takeaway from COVID,
virtual learning is not helpful for our kids. It's not helpful for them emotionally, mentally, socially.
As Ricard waits for solid plans about next steps, she finds comfort in the support from the community that she sees firsthand as the Fox PTA president.
Emails will come in and I will regularly cry because it's just so overwhelming, the support and the love.
Love that doesn't go unnoticed by her kids, recalling a sweet moment she shared with her third grader.
And he actually said to me, he said, you know, a lot of people care about us.
It has been a truly inspiring reaction.
To put it into numbers, Ty Tepke with the Richmond Public Schools Education Foundation says the official Fox Fire Response fundraiser has received more than $150,000 in donations from about 1,500 people.
When you think about the average gift with those numbers, gives you a sense of really just how broad and universal the response has been.
Tepke balances two elements when it comes to distributing the money. First, who needs help?
That's leadership inside the school, that's teaching inside the school, parents.
And second, when will funds start going out?
If we had something today that was absolutely urgent and pressing, we would be able to take care of it. But right now we're trying to be careful and thoughtful about how we do lay that out.
All of this support pointing back to a prevailing message.
There's a sign on the fence in front of Fox that says Fox is love, and I think that's it.
And Tepke says they've also raised an additional $115,000 from corporations, and that can be used across the whole district. Working for you in Richmond, I'm Tyler Lane, CBS 6 News. Bill?
Thank you, Tyler. And dozens of people have come by in the early evening hours here to express their support for this community, the building of which is behind me now. Rob Cardwell will have a special Building Better Minds report featuring a former Fox Elementary principal. That's coming up in just a few minutes. You'll hear about her memories of her time here and how she and her daughter are trying to help teachers and students. So for now, I'll send it back to Candace in the studio.